Hello everyone, welcome to Fast Track on Herald Global. I am Saimik Sen. Joining us today, a top entrepreneur from UAE, Dr. Mustafa Sassa, the chairman and MD of Raj Group of Companies. First of all, thank you so much for taking out this time for us. It is an absolute pleasure to have you with us today. Welcome to Herald Global.
Thank you, Mr. Saimik Sen. It is my pleasure and honor to meet you today in this meeting. And I congratulate Herald for your wonderful work, what you're doing in the space of publishing and the news and everything. So congratulations to you and your team, Mr. Arpana Dubey, and your entire team.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It means a lot coming from you. Okay, so let me just begin by asking you, what was your inspiration behind the innovation of V2 pencils?
I'll just tell you a brief about our journey, and
Sure.
then we can correlate with that. We are based in Dubai since 1958. My father started business in Dubai in 58, probably one of the first few companies in building material space. And when he started this business, he had certain tenets of the business written in stone. Like, his vision and mission statement was based on quality. So we are
Okay.
the quality resellers of the products from UK, USA. If you go in Sheffield in England, which is an industrial town, most of the tool companies, we deal with them for more than 60 years. So
Sure.
that was his statement. And he used to always say that maybe the product comes from Fuji Island, doesn't matter, but it has to be quality, best in the world. If you are aware of a brand called Hilti,
Sure.
it's very famous in the power tool and construction equipment. It's a Swiss Liechtenstein company. We are dealing
Sure.
with them since 1969. So these are the benchmark of products we deal with. So in 2004, we rewrote our vision statement and instated quality what started by my father, and we reinforced with sustainability.
Okay.
So in that, what we wrote is that anything what we do should have positive social impact on society, environment, and people.
Sure.
And in that line, any product or any opportunity what we got, we used to look with the sustainability lens first. And then if it qualifies with that, then we go into the economics. So
Sure.
with that, and I am General Secretary in Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So we have exposure to the global chambers, 150 delegations we receive annually, and equally same we are invited. So we have this first-hand opportunity on innovation and quality. And twice I was invited by President of India, Honorable President
Pranab
in
Mukherjee, yes.
Pranab Mukherjee in Rashtrapati Bhavan. So I was there 7 days twice, and in the Festival of Innovation. Later on, I was invited by the President of Cuba, brother of Fidel Castro, Honorable President Raul Castro. So in that also, I was there for the Festival of the Innovation Conference. So we always look for innovative products. Now in the pencil, this product is invented by the three engineers uh, from Gujarat. And when we got this product, we evaluated certain things and scaled it up to a new level. So our expertise is in marketing and our global reach. So all the products what we manufacture are quite unique. But this pencil is one of my favorites. In
Of course.
Steve Jobs in 2020 August, we got Steve Jobs Gold Category Innovation Award.
Oh,
So
wow.
this is uh, something which currently right now 400 million trees are cut to make pencils because conventional pencils are made of wood. Two pieces of wood are stuck, and in between there is a graphite. So
Sure.
our pencils are made out of waste newspaper. So like yesterday's newspaper is today's rubbish. Today's newspaper we roll and make pencils out of it. So there is a lot of science in this. It is not. It looks like to be a very frugal writing instrument, but we induced a lot of science in this. Like
True, true.
when you sharpen any pencil, conventional pencil, you get an oval ring on the top. The oval ring is because the graphite is not in the center. And what happens because of that, when the small children, when they start learning writing, they press and write. So when they press, because the graphite is not in the center, the centrifugal force is not evenly distributed. So it breaks. So you break, sharpen, break, sharpen, you lose the life of the pencil. Our pencils, if you see, the graphite is always in the center. So when you sharpen, you get a round ring. Now, however hard you write, it doesn't break. It 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 writes like a Mont Blanc, but it doesn't break because of the science that the centrifugal force is evenly distributed.
Wow. Well, that's really nice.
And, and the story doesn't end here. 15-20% of the pencils globally goes in the bin. Our pencils, when it goes small, you should not throw, especially when the children, when they lose the crescent of the palm grip, they cannot
Yes.
write. So our pencils, when it grows small, there is at the end of the pencil, there is a capsule end cap, and inside there are seeds. So when it grows small, dip it in the pot and it will grow plants.
Oh,
So
wow.
the capsule will dissolve in soil as it dissolves in the stomach. The paper will dissolve in soil. The graphite will dissolve in soil. And from the seeds, you get a spout. And currently, we are having 5 types of seeds: tomato, chili, coriander, fenugreek, and mustard.
Wow, it's amazing. Amazing it is. Okay. Okay. So my next question to you. You have won several awards for Star Trekker GPS tracking system. Can you please tell us more about it?
Yes, see, in 2005, we started this tracking thing. What we went into this business in 2008. We did JVP with one American company, joint venture partnership. It's an 85-year-old company, and to the best of my knowledge, it's by far number one in the world. So
Sure.
15 years back, we did JVP with them, created our own brand. So with this, vehicle tracking system, you can reduce the abuse of the vehicle. Uh, when you empower the vehicle to anyone, it is always, it is prone to any abuse of the vehicle,
Of course.
rash driving, and many things can happen. Sharp turns, the harsh brakes, fast pickup, and all these things are part of this where the wear and tear will come on the vehicle. With this system, you can reduce the abuse of the vehicle. Now it also goes into our line where sustainability, because
Okay.
in installing this in the vehicle, it reduces the carbon footprint.
Okay.
So,
Of course.
because the abuse is reduced, so we save fossil fuel and reduce, the carbon emission, the carbon footprint. So that is
Sure.
a sustainable product. Now, what we did innovation in this was that, see, when you see when Maruti car came in India, the paint of the car was previously in the Fiat and Ambassador was done with a different technology. When
Okay.
Maruti came, a very thin layer and a symmetric paint technology was brought in. Now that technology was transferred from the car automobile to the refrigerators. If you see the old refrigerators, they have a very thick paint, but the new refrigerators have very thin, um, 15 or 20 micron paints. It's
Sure.
because of the transfer of that technology from automobile to many other industries. To name one is refrigeration. So like that, there was one incident happened in Gujarat, that it was in 2000, I think 12, 11 or 12,
Okay.
that in a 1 month, 4 banks' ATMs were stolen.
Oh,
So the thief, they didn't stole money from the ATM. The entire ATM was
the
stolen.
ATM was.
And so, entire ATM was stolen. And that became a credibility issue for the banks as well, for many banks. Now, that to how to overcome this. So, we thought that we should put a tracker in this, and it will give many other intimations of many functions of the ATM. Like, when you open the vault to replenish cash, it will give an alert. You close the vault, it will give an alert. Any movement in the ATM happens, it will give an alert. And God forbid, if all these alerts are bypassed, if the ATM is taken, we can know the route where it is going,
Where it has been
and
taken.
then
Okay.
we can catch the perpetrators to the from the site. So this, we presented to the SBI in Gujarat, and all the ATMs of Gujarat, this tracker was installed. Now,
Okay.
normally tracker was meant for anything which moves, but ATM is a static machine. It doesn't move. But in case of it moves, we get alert, and other side, the replenish cash, and you open the vault and close the vault. Many information the bank got which otherwise it was very difficult for them. Let's say,
Oh
a
wow.
van carrying, let's say 20, 30 lakh of rupees going to replenish many ATMs. So morning they leave, the bank was not able to know at this particular ATM what time money was been replenished. So here Vault open, the manager in the bank will get notification. So he knows, okay, this our team is at this ATM, and when Vault close, he gets another notification. Many a time, unknowingly, the driver and the custodian of the cash, they waste time on a small cafeteria having tea or something,
Sure.
unknowing the magnitude of risk they're having in the vehicle. So with this, they will know from one ATM to another ATM how long it took for them to reach, because the tracker is also installed in their car.
Okay.
Or even if they open the vault, the next ATM they will know. Okay, now they reach to the next ATM. So
Very
many
interesting.
notifications. We try to innovate from that instrument which was actually meant for anything which is mobile.
Okay. Okay. So you're a master's in criminology and emotional intelligence from UK. My question to you is like, what got you into interested in
Hello.
this field?
Yeah. Well, when we saw in 2004, when we rewrote our vision statement, that time, see, we are predominantly a building material trader since 1958.
Of
Because
course.
I joined my father's business in 90, and then we diversified into energy conservation.
Sure.
And then on, we thought that, okay, now the world is, the technology is taking over everything. There is no function of any business or any process which is lacking technology. So we said,
True.
we should enter into this space. But again, our T-nuts, we qualify any product looking at our T-nuts, what we wrote in our vision and mission statement. So now all these products what we manufacture are having a cutting edge technology, yet it are very easy to use and gives a lot of information and facility to the end users.
Okay. 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 So my recently we have come out of global pandemic. Okay, 3 years back. But now again, like a lot of economists and experts, they are talking about a slowdown because of recession. What is your take on it? Do you think it is true?
See, every change brings opportunity.
Sure.
Like, and now what is required for every company is to be very agile. And agility is the name of the game. Because earlier we were living in the world where the life cycle was 30, 40 years. Like if you have noticed, the Fiat, when it was invented and until it died out from the market, there was very, very unnoticeable changes they made in the vehicle. So,
Sure.
it was, the product life cycle was so long. Even if the die breaks, they may should make the same die only. There was no innovation or nothing bought in that. But now product life cycle is very short because of the evolving technology and the thirst in the people which they want something new. So, with this ever growing, this thing, the slowdown is also, a change which brings opportunity. And with this agility, one has to see in pandemic, if you tell me there were so many opportunities created. Earlier, I remember 20, 30 years back, the mask, people wearing masks, we used to only see in Thailand or some places where there were extremely high pollution.
Yeah,
But
true.
entire world was wearing mask during, so that mask making, factories got an opportunity. Not only that factory, there were many factories created for that. Same with sanitizer, and same goes with so many ancillaries of this, which the economy was created, new economy was created.
Of course.
So any change, may it be slowdown or may it be bull's market or the bear's market, there are opportunities, and that opportunities has to be identified, and the necessary steps are to be taken immediately to harness that.
Okay. So you have completely transformed Raj Group from a family-owned business to a global brand. Okay, altogether. So what were the challenges you faced?
Okay, now actually, I don't say it as a challenge at all, because my I was doing out of my passion, And this is a business, and any business, if you convert your passion into profession, you will thoroughly enjoy it. It's like a game for you, and it's no more a stress or business. It's like a routine. You enjoy doing it because public relation is my forte, and not only myself, I have inherited this from my father. This
Sure.
public relation skills. He was one of the first few Indian to come to Dubai. All the head of the states visiting from India to UAE that time, my father was among the first few to welcome them. And I will share those pictures also where Honorable Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, when she came to UAE in 1982, my father was one of the first few people right in the line next to the aircraft welcoming her. And his
Okay.
picture with Indira Gandhi was published in the front page in the newspaper in UAE. So likewise, Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad, when he visited UAE, my father received him. So this I inherited from him, and my our public relationship with across the world, and with my exposure as a general secretary in Dubai Chamber and my positions as a on many chambers, it gives me a first and this to connect with people, of priority to connect with people, and with this, the business flows, and we always believe that context brings contracts. So our we do business in all 54 union countries
Sure.
of Africa, and mostly, it is this relation driven business.
Okay. So, what are your initiatives you have taken to spread awareness about education?
Sir, education is a determinant between a person A and a B. If
Sure.
if you put
True.
two
True.
twins together and one is educated and one is not educated, they look alike. But the education is a differentiator in that. And sir, my mother, she was a very strong believer of this, and even though she was not highly educated, but she took all the efforts for me to see that I get good education and everything. Now, in our company, we have as an awareness of education, so a charity starts from home. And
True.
in our company, when we started business in India in 2008, earlier we were having business only in UAE. First office in India we did was in 2008. So when I went after my second or third visit, one boy came in my office and said, "Sir, would you like to have tea?" I said, "Fine, I don't mind. I am a tea guzzler, rather." So then I asked my manager, "What this boy is doing here?" He said, he's our new office boy." Then I said, "He should be in the school. He's too young to do any job." He said, "No, sir, we always get dropouts, and this is what we get over here." So, and we were one of the highest paying company in Ahmedabad, because of certain standard we always maintain. So our office boy was getting a five-figure salary. So I called office boy and made him sit in front of me, and I said, "Sorry, we will not let you continue the job." And immediately he started crying. He said, "No, no, sir, please don't relieve me. I will do extra work. I'll come home and also work. I'll wash the car also." I said, "No, no, wait. Let me finish my sentence." I said, "We will only continue if you continue your studies, and we will fund your studies. There is a IGNU Indira Gandhi Open University. You enroll in that for the 10th. Entire office staff is at your disposal to teach you, and you have to study this because 10,000 salary today is good for you because you are bachelor, you are quite young, you don't have responsibility.
Of course.
Tomorrow it's not going to be when you get married, and because of the skills and knowledge what you have, you will not even get exponential growth.
True.
So after doing 10th, we make them do 12th. And during this also, what we have one program. So before exams, 1 month we give them free to study. Now, if they come with distinction, they get paid leave and 1 month bonus.
Oh, wow.
If they come first class, they don't get bonus, they get paid leave. If they get second class, they get a half month paid, half month unpaid. And if they get pass class, so it's 1 month unpaid leave. The reason is that we gave you time to study and you didn't study. So
Okay.
if you study well and you perform well, we encourage you.
Makes
And
a lot
with
of
that,
sense.
seven of our office boys become entrepreneur. One boy, after doing his 12th, he gave police exam and he got passed. So in his uniform, he sent me his first picture, and I was so happy. And I said, and he was also quite happy. I said, when I see you anywhere in the street as a policeman, I will come out of my vehicle and salute you there. So, this is the education, the charity starts from home.
Of
And I
course.
always encourage that, and I do a lot of counseling also for many schools. Yeah, I'm on the advisory board in a very renowned university in India. It's among top five private university. It's in
Of course.
Rajkot in Gujarat, which is called RK University. I'm on the leadership program in Sri Ram College in Delhi. I was their advisor. Also, I was invited as a leadership speaker in Jain College in Bombay. Twice I went to MET University in Delhi on the leadership
Delhi, yes.
program. So Delhi, Noida, basically, in Noida in the MET University. So I always encourage that they should go for studies. And in a humorous way, I tell students that if you concentrate on your studies now, you will play golf rest of your life.
True.
So if you don't pay now, then you will be doing hard work, and your life will go in a different direction. So education is very important
It's a must.
in this.
Yes.
And one more. So this is what we do encourage to do to encourage studies. One more thing I do in normally what happens, there are the children's, they got dropouts. We have observed mostly in the primary. And primary, when the dropouts happen, the children are not old enough to rationalize the value of the studies. So for them, study is a burden at that age, and everybody has gone through that. Nobody liked to go to school in the beginning, but then we realized the value of studies, and then we got engulfed into it. So in that case, what happens is that normally the parents, they force the students to leave the education. So when we see, we counsel a lot of parents in this many scenarios in the marginalized areas, marginalized schools. When I go there, I'm not dressed like this. In a simple kurta pajama and slippers, I go and sit with them and talk to them in their language. So if we say that the if the devil's if the devil's soul is in the parrot, leave the devil and catch the parrot. So we go and counsel the parents and make them realize the value of education, and encourage them not to uh, uh, discontinue their children's education, because in marginalized families, three, four, fifth they study, and then the parents say, okay, abhi bahut ho gaya, now you should go and earn something. So that completely spoils the career of the child. However, and you'll be surprised, and even I was surprised. Some brilliant students, some brilliant children have come out from this marginalized family. And one of the
Okay.
classic example is our honorable president APJ Abdul Kalam.
Of
He was
course.
a fisherman's son, and so this what made him sit on the highest chair in India was his education, not his looks. He was not looking like a film star that we preferred him, but his education was such, his knowledge was and wisdom was of that level that took him to the highest position in India.
Very true. Very true. Okay. So, according to you, how can bilateral relations between India and UAE be further improved?
See, India and UAE are natural partners
Of course.
since ages, since millennials, if I can say. There are traces of 2,000 years back also. The businessmen and the sailors from the shores of the peninsula of the Gulf used to visit the southern part of India, Kerala,
Sure.
and the dhows especially were made over there. So we have an age old, and in this era, currently, those relationships are at the pinnacle. And when I say pinnacle, is that India is the third largest partner of UAE, second largest partner of UAE, and UAE is the third largest partner of India.
Of
So
course.
this has happened in the gradual years of our collaboration, and by virtue of our presence, Indians present in UAE, there are 3.5 million Indians, in the UAE alone, that consists of almost more than 30% of the total population. So people from every state represent every state representatives are in UAE in different sectors. So that in that way we are already propagating and advocating our Indian influence in the UAE. See, in anywhere in India, if you go, you find only one particular restaurant. You go to south, you will find south restaurant. You go to north, you will find one or two. You will find a different type of restaurant. If you
True.
come to Dubai, you will find restaurants of every state of India, which you
Of
will not
course.
find even in India also. So that closely knitted culture, and we are blend in the fabric of UAE in such a way that and UAE nationals have also blended in our fabric in such a way that we have become as a mirror image of each other. And now, very recently, last year when the CEPA agreement was signed, Common Economic this thing. So with this CEPA agreement, a lot of encouragement among trade between the two countries have increased. And with another platform, I2U2, that platform has also encouraged UAE and India to collaborate on a different level. I2U2 is India, Israel, UAE, and USA. So it's
True.
I2U2. So this has increased, and if you see the very frequent visits of the cabinet ministers of UAE to from India to UAE, and same as the counterpart travels to India, and this blend has turned out into not only G2G but to B2B also and
Of
B2C
course.
also. And few years back, on the Republic Day of 2015 or 16, a Republic Day of India, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, that time he was the crown prince of Abu Dhabi.
True.
Now he's the president and the ruler of Abu Dhabi. He was invited as a chief guest. If you see in the history of our Republic Days, normally the state head comes, but due to the closeness of the relationship between India and UAE, the Crown Prince of UAE was the chief guest in that event. So that closeness has transformed into every avenues, progress into every avenues. So that has helped, and I feel that in the coming years, this more integration between India and UAE has to happen. Recently, I was in the India UAE Partnership Summit, and in that it was mentioned that electric cable and underwater connectivity from UAE to India is also in the course.
Okay. So, lastly, my last question to you: how does it feel to receive the Pride of UAE award?
See, I'm extremely delighted and humbled to receive this award. But to my understanding, every award gives more challenges and more aspirations of the people increases and more responsibility rather. Like if I tell you, if we see in the school that if we clear the fourth standard, then we go to the fifth standard, which is a tougher syllabus than the fourth standard.
Of
If
course.
we clear fifth, then we go to sixth, which is a tougher syllabus than the fifth. So every award gives us a tougher syllabus after that. But that joy of receiving this award is extremely prestigious to me, and I feel that Herald has chosen me for this award, and I'm extremely humbled for that.
So, thank you so much for taking out this time. It was lovely, lovely talking to you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.